talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Wentz looking middle, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. That brings up 35.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the middle of Carolina.
Imagine you be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap. If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They fake the give. Now Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we just talk about the defenders running with the receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When a drive goes this long, you have to hear out the to the guys up front, those big fills, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That's a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Sucker. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Wentz. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
To try again after the sack. Wentz under pressure. They got him again. Winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the fore. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Palardy. Ross on the return. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Brady now on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Dobbins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Brady now on third and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Succop for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And he'll work down inside the 45. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 8. Again, it's Kamara. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. This guy carrying the ball well by the people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Kamara. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Play action. Now Wentz. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue.
A capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical, picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brady now to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
And any running play is called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Well, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They run. It's Kamara. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
On second down, here's the option.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
To throw is Brady.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Brady. Going deep downfield for Ross. They got his man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Again, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Kamara up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 4th and 11 coming up.
We're talking about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Wentz. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here's Kamara on the read option.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Michael Thomas from 10 yards out.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this one is right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And a little bit of a surprise